Joe and I got together last night back in my hotel room and split a really nice bottle of wine.
Several.
What kind was it?
Camus, a nice bottle of Camus.
And we spent probably 30, 40 minutes together really celebrating an unbelievable 5-year run. We thought back to when we first got together down at the beach in Pensacola, and we never could have imagined this working out as well as it did. And I personally never could have imagined having such a wonderful partner, someone so loyal and supportive, and someone from whom I learned so much about baseball and life, and someone who I consider a lifelong friend, and and our friendship continues. We just talked about it going through a transition, and we both agreed that this is this type of change that it's time, and that this type of change is a win-win. It's going to be great for Joe at a wonderful point in his life. He won't talk about this right now, but I will. There's going to be a bidding war for his services, and there should be, and he's in a great position, and I so look forward to his next chapter in baseball and in life, and it's going to be good for the Cubs too. I think we're at a point where we just need a little bit of change and something new, and that's natural. That's the natural way of things. Change, if you embrace it the right way, is good for all of us. So then Jed Hoyer, Jason McLeod, and Scott Harris came up, and we had a few more bottles of wine.
Just talking about baseball.
Told some good stories,
yeah.
And had a really special night. So I can't thank you enough for everything you've done, and look forward to everything going forward.
Yeah, it was all just as he described. It's really a really good day. It's a great day, actually, because like Theo said, I agree. You've heard me talk about it in the past. Change is good, and change could be very good for everybody involved. Eternally grateful, the Maddon family, to Theo and Jed and the Ricketts family and the Cubs. And just like you said, we were sitting on a little beach outside behind the Cousin Eddie. Excuse me, my voice. And we put some lawn chairs out in the sand, and I had a couple 16-ounce Miller Lights for Miller Lite people, and we just sat down there and we just discussed philosophy regarding baseball. Went back to when I first had interviewed for Boston years ago, so there was a lot of commonality philosophically, and we talked about that. And then, of course, they went back to Chicago. Jay and I got in the RV, and we were driving through Texas and got a phone call about the Cubs wanting you to come to Chicago. Could not have been happier, and like Theo just described, could not have turned out better. The wins. I mean, listen, 5 seasons for anybody that wants to denigrate anything that we've done over the last 5 years. Come see me at some point. There's nothing to denigrate. There's nothing to bemoan. There's nothing to lament. It's been fabulous. Anybody would take that 5-year run, including a World Series championship, for the first time in 108 years. Come on. So it's a wonderful day. I'm really excited about the future. I'm excited for the Cubs' future. And we were talking about this yesterday also, and I said I will remain a Cubs fan, absolutely. And it'll be very much like the players. I've talked to them already, and I insist that they stay in touch, and I'm going to stay in touch with them. I'm just talking to different guys about drills and whatever, and weaknesses, and how can I get better. So we're still even talking about that. So I'll be eternally attached. But as Theo just mentioned, I'm really looking forward to the future also. I think I got a solid 3 to 5 minimum. I just saw Mick Jagger rock Soldier Stadium at about 75.6. So all those things are pertinent to me, and they all serve as motivation for me. So, and to you guys, thank you.
When did this become mutual for you guys? I mean, was it apparent for both of you that this was going to be a mutual decision to move on?
I mean, we've been talking about the big picture for a while. I mean, it's when you talk about your team and your season, you talk micro, what's going on that night in the game, and you talk big picture too. And last night was just the time we wanted to come together and express how we felt about each other and to formalize it. But we've been working towards this point for a while.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's there's nothing to lament. There's nothing to be upset about. There's no blame. There's no finger pointing. It's just time. It's just time, and that happens. And great line I've talked to you about from a book I recently read. Never deny the truth of bad news. And in a way, bad news, but also good news at the same time. We're both going to move on. Cubs are going to flourish. Hopefully I get a chance to do this somewhere else. But there's no tear shed. It's a good moment for everybody, and we're both excited about our futures.
Joe, when did you
Excuse me.
realize in your mind and your discussions with Theo and Jed and the Cubs that you went from telling us you want to continue to manage the Cubs to I'm moving on and not managing the
Well,
Cubs?
quite frankly, what else am I going to say at that point? You know, you don't want to represent in a negative way. I would never do that to the players or the city. Nothing was really absolutely clear at any point, actually. So it just became clearer as we got deeper into the year. And again, there's nothing other than humans. I mean, this is just where we're at right now, and you got to face it, and you do the right thing. So you do the right thing, you move it along, and hopefully the future is going to be as bright as we think it's going to be, and I think it will be.